We're standing here at stage 6 of the Tour Down Under, and what an exciting race we've had here, Tish.
We did, with Gripe taking out the win yet again. It was an amazing finish.
And not only today, but also the GC over the whole race has been really up and down and a little bit unexpected the whole time.
It really has. After Corkscrew, it looked like that was going to be the deciding stage, but of course Richie Porte came out of the Wollonga and gave it everything he did and turned the whole race on its head.
Yeah, Corkscrew was always expected to be an interesting day, but not quite as decisive as it seemed to be at the time.
That's really true, Caelli. It was really important about the positioning coming through the gorge and before the left turn into Corkscrew. It's a very sharp corner, so I think all the riders were really wary to make sure that they were in the best position to stay out of trouble and stay safe.
What was also really interesting was the attack of Cadel Evans. While that was a little bit unexpected, Richie Porte and Simon Gerrans just couldn't keep up, and at the time it looked like Cadel had enough of a lead to hold on to that ochre jersey, but like you said, then there was Wollonga.
It's really true. The race completely turned on its head, and as Caelli's actually mentioned, the form that Cadel was in and the style in which he was riding looked just like when he won the Tour de France.
And then, of course, like we said, at Wollonga, Richie Porte came out and blew the race to pieces. A solo win, like Cadel's at Corkscrew, in fact.
Yeah, so both of the deciding stages really were both won solo, which is very interesting and shows the calibre of riding that Australia has.
We've also got to mention, behind Richie's solo, we also had Cadel and Simon Gerrans fighting it out for that leader's jersey with only a couple of seconds between them. And on Wollonga, Simon managed to jump Cadel and beat him to the finish and got the jersey by 1 second.
Yeah, it's really interesting that the top 3 Australian riders here were the top 3 at the national championships not very long ago.
Yeah, the other thing that was noted yesterday was the order of those 3 riders coming up Wollonga was the opposite order from the national championships. Richie was on the bottom step of the nationals podium, but he managed to take the win yesterday and left Cadel standing below Simon Gerrans.
I think he really wanted to prove his point, show everyone what he's really got.
Yeah, so then of course today with the criterium, BMC did their best, but they couldn't make up any time on Green Edge, and Simon Gerrans has taken home the jersey with him.
Yeah, which I think is very well deserved as well. It's been an amazing tour.
But we've also got some interesting form coming up for the European races, particularly with Cadel bringing most of his Tour de France team to the Tour Down Under and showing some brilliant form on the Corkscrew. It looks like the Giro is going to be one hell of a race between Richie Porte and Cadel Evans.
It's going to be a big fight, and it's definitely one to keep your eye on, that's for sure.